$20.
Helpful for life.
Let's talk warehouse stores. You've probably heard of a couple of these, maybe like Costco or Sam's, or maybe you have a BJ's or a Food for Less near you. But some of these require a membership every year, usually around $50, and you can actually make that up in your savings if you shop there enough. It really doesn't take too much, especially if they offer a gas station. The savings there alone can help pay for your membership. Now, the whole shtick of a warehouse store is that it looks like a warehouse. A lot of the stuff is stored on pallets. There's minimal decoration. Maybe it's even a big metal building with concrete floors. And the idea is, by doing all of that, they get to pass the savings along to you, the customer. Another way that you get more savings, supposedly, at least, is they sell you things in bulk. So instead of buying 1 tube of toothpaste, you have to buy 3 or 5. And the idea is they make less money off of you, off of each of those, but overall they still make a lot of money off of you. Now, as you can imagine, they pass some of these savings on to you and sometimes they don't. So just like any other store, there are some things that are going to be good to buy there and some things that aren't. First off, only get things that you are going to use often or you're going to use a lot of. As we mentioned, things you buy there are in bulk. So you don't want to buy something that you only use once every blue moon because there's a good chance it'll go bad before you use it. One other thing to know is that although it may be cheaper for the regular prices at a warehouse store, a lot of times grocery stores will run coupons and have weekly sales that will cause something to go a lot lower. So for example, maybe those paper towels are a lot cheaper on the regular basis, but every now and then your grocery store runs a deal where you can get that 24 pack of paper towels dirt cheap. So you can do some Googling to find out, but what are some of the good things to buy at a warehouse stores? Paper products, hygiene products, batteries, pet food, meat, alcohol, socks and underwear, frozen food, and actually surprisingly, organic produce, prescription drugs, coffee, as well as some gift cards and electronics. Those can all be good things to buy at the warehouse store. What are some bad things to buy at a warehouse store? Well, you got to think about things that may spoil or go bad before you use them, or you just don't need that large of a quantity for. For example, you probably don't need a gallon of oregano. That oregano is not going to taste good. It's going to lose some of its quality by the time you actually use it all up. And then also you want to keep in mind variety. You don't necessarily want to buy a 5-gallon jug of cheese puffs because around gallon 2, you're probably going to be like, why did I get all of these freaking cheese puffs? I know, because this happened to me. So some things you may not want to get there are dry goods like flour and sugar, unless you're going to be doing a lot of baking. Skin products, do you really need 17 gallons of lotion? What are you doing with all that lotion? Condiments, okay, you may like ketchup, but do you really need that much? And another one is books and movies. They sell those there, but usually it's not a very good price. So in general, when you're shopping at a warehouse store, you need to think about 2 things: storage and waste. If you live in a studio apartment and you're all by yourself, you probably don't need to shop at a warehouse store. However, if you do want to shop at a warehouse store, you just can't get away from the savings, maybe you can pair up with some friends, or if you happen to live with roommates or you have family nearby, maybe you can pair up with them and split some of the things. And remember, just because you can't eat it all, you can freeze the things you don't use. So for example, maybe you can buy that 10-pound package of chicken breasts and just freeze most of it and only use what you need each time. So the bottom line with warehouse stores is to make sure you're only buying the right things there, keeping in mind storage and how long it's going to take for you to consume the thing. Definitely use the gas station to get the savings. And if you need to rope in a friend or a couple family members to make it worth it, do that.